We're building putty benches with the first and second grade students at the Clear Spring School.
With the parts of the buddy bench assembled with clamps, you can get an idea of what the finished bench will look like. There are many things on this that they can't do by themselves, but woodworking is always a collaborative process. You may be working alone in your shop, but you're using tools that were developed by others. You were using techniques that were developed also by others. And so woodworking is always a collaborative endeavor, and the important thing is not that kids be able to do things by themselves, but that they are able to have the inner resources to bring forth collaborations, both in the use of the tool, but also in their relationships with others. So these buddy benches are symbolic, and what happens with a buddy bench is that when you may feel like you are alone, you sit in it, and that will draw others to you, and they will remind you that you are not alone. So the way these are made, they're made with mortise and tenon joints, and this is a round tenon that was formed with a tenoner, and it goes in holes that were drilled on the underside, and they'll be fit tightly and glued. And then when it's all together, it goes like that. I have some other parts made. These are to support the back, and these get clamped on and screwed in place and glued, so they fit like that, and they will support a back. And so while these are not all things that the kids can do by themselves, they're things that the kids will take pride in, and they will feel a sense of agency in having accomplished this and been a part of something that's actually a little bit beyond their, well, quite a bit beyond their capability at this point, but it's all about learning, and it's about learning together. To drill leg holes in the underside of a bench, you see I have the back edge propped up here, which gives us an angle in the drilling, and then the legs will fit at that same angle. Now with the holes drilled for the back legs, I'm going to drill the holes for the front legs. I'm going to position this where I want it, and again it will be at the angle that I want. I'm going to use this Veritas tenoner to put a round tenon on the end of this white oak leg. This has a built-in level, so I have to first of all make sure that the leg is level in the vise, and then I'll make the bubble level on the tenoner. A little bit more, I'll have it. Okay, that should be far enough. So it does a good job. I'm going to drill a piece that will support the back. This will be mounted to the underside of the bench, and there will be two of them supporting the back. So I'm going to drill at an angle here using the blocks of wood to give me the right angle. So these pieces are the braces that will support the back. And you can see I drilled a hole at an angle here so the back will slope towards the back. And I bandsawed this just to make it a little lighter in weight and to allow us to use screws to attach these two pieces to the underside of the bench. And I'll get that done before the kids come in and do their final sanding and assembly. These are the parts that I'm making to attach the seat backs. Now the kids will help with various portions of this, but these parts go like this. You can see it's at an angle, and it fits on here, and will be screwed tightly to the underside of the bench. One of the tasks I'll be asking the children from Clear Spring School, this will be first and second graders, to do, is sanding the edges, and you can do it pretty effectively with a sanding belt. So that's a low-tech tool that gives a nice smooth edge. This shows approximately how the back will fit onto the bench. It should be pretty solid once everything is screwed together. And so this is all white oak, so it should last a while out in the weather. And the great thing about it is they'll last long enough for the next set of kids so that down the road a piece we'll get to make them again.